Okay, so it is 11 p.m. Wednesday, the day before this video is going out. And because it's been 2 months since I was last sick, my body is back on its bullshit and I am once again sick because my immune system is weaker than Jonathan's motivation for getting the Morgenstern sword. And I really want to be sleepy right now, but I've already put off watching this and making this video for long enough because I have at school and I've been very, very busy. So here I am, withering away, but making this video for y'all. So if I look like I'm dying, it's because I am. If my voice sounds messed up, it's because it is. Clary has joined the demon side and so have I, because I feel like I'm dying. So just ignore that and let's just watch season 3, episode 19.
Hello, sister. Join me.
We love James Charles.
Do you let her know? No, I'm human.
Iconic.
Jordan, I want you to stay.
Fuck this relationship. I don't support it at all.
My son. I'm here to get
Oh yes, Asmodeus. So much happened in the last episode.
I need a break from us to save his life. I can't lose you too, Alec. I'm sorry.
That scene was too much. I like to pretend that scene didn't happen. It was a bit too painful. Oh look, there's snow. Are we back in Siberia? Oh, he's just moping around town. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking by himself, have pity. It is quiet uptown.
How'd you get here? What fool summoned you?
The Father's love knows no bounds. I could feel your pain all the way from Edom. I had to come.
Stay away from me.
You misunderstand, son.
Oh, no, I completely understand. You're here to spread your darkness. It's what you do.
No. Today, I come to give you back what's rightfully yours.
Oh wow, was it that easy? Oh well, look, he got his magic. That was really simple. You can portal out of here. You can leave.
What do you want?
What every father wants. To see their child happy.
With you, there's always a price.
Not this time. In the centuries since you've banished me, not a day has passed when I haven't felt the pain of losing you.
Oh. The fact that they look basically the same age is what's really fucking me up. Don't. Magnus... Good.
Too late.
Ugh.
I
Yes.
will take no for an answer. You don't really have a choice.
We love portaling out. Ah, you've angered him, a prince of hell. Oh god. Not good things. But he has his magic back. And that was a really anticlimactic way of him getting his magic back, but like, if you think of that in conjunction with the Malik scene, then I think that's okay. Because I feel like the Malik breakup scene was supposed to be the climax of the storyline, but also like...
I don't understand. You said that if you stayed...
Simon!
I only lost sight of her for a minute.
Enough time for the twinning room to have taken hold.
Once I got back to it, it was already too late. She'd been completely overtaken. Alec, where were you?
I got the alert. You okay?
I will be when we get Clary back.
What about you? Everything okay?
I'm fine. Number one priority is Clary. The Clave has reinstated the kill order on her and Jonathan. But you can't let them do that. You have to fight it. You're the head of an institute.
Shut up, Simon. Oh my god. You're not gonna come through with your bullshit logic. Not right now. Not when I like you. I'm glad we brought this back though, because I was literally like, does the Clave not care? I don't get why the Clave didn't care before, but they're caring again, which I think is very much reasonable, very much what should be happening, so I'm happy about that. But like, Alec as the head of the Institute cannot just like go against the Clave in this fashion, especially when the Clave is very much in the right. And you know, 2 for the price of 1, you kill one of them, you kill both of them. I'm very on board with this plan.
This is a Clave order. We just have to get to Clary before they do.
What's the latest on the Heavenly Fire serum?
See, Jason's
Still
a smart
extracting
one.
particles of Glorious.
And if you inject Jonathan with that,
That should separate Clary from Jonathan for me.
Should.
It's great and everything, but first we have to find them. Jonathan and Clary will have activated their anti-tracking roots. Finding them will be easy.
Where are they going?
it will if they come to me.
Chase, don't be stupid. What are they doing? Why are they together? What is his plan? I don't get what he's doing.
Fancy.
Well, it is a special occasion.
Please stop.
You saved me, Clary.
Ugh.
You would do the same for me.
I would die for you.
I'm
It's been so long dreaming of the day that we'd finally be together.
Please stop. I saw David Castro scroll across the screen, so if Raphael isn't in this episode, I'm gonna be mad. I don't like this.
Something's troubling you.
Yeah, you.
Isabel and the others are working on a stronger serum to break us apart.
Of course they are.
That doesn't concern you?
No one can hurt us if we get to Morningstar first. And once we have that sword, the entire world will be terrified of us.
But why?
Finally leave us in peace.
But why?
But the Sealy Queen said she will only give you the Morningstar sword if you bring her Lilith's head.
Well, those were her terms. You up for a trip to Prague, little sister?
I hate this flirting. It makes me so uncomfortable. We don't need this.
From your Shadowhunter friends?
It's from Jace. He wants to meet. He says his love for me matters more than his loyalty to the New York Institute. And to prove it, he'll help us get back our family sword.
No, it's a trap. He just wants to come between us like he did before.
He no longer has that power. I'm with you because I want to be with you.
I'm so...
Why do you even need him?
Jonathan, you're my brother. And I never want us to be apart, but I'm in love with Jace. I can't live without him either.
He wants me dead, Clary.
Yeah, with good reason.
Not if I tell him that I can't live without you. To be with me, Jace would accept that.
It's like a love triangle, but it really shouldn't be.
I love you more than anything in this world.
Please stop.
Isn't that enough?
No, because you're weird and incesty.
I want to hear Jace out. If you love me, come with me.
I hate this so much. I'm so uncomfortable. Oh, thank God. Some nice
It's just not
sissy.
my thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Kiss. I deserve a kiss.
So about last night,
Becca deserves a kiss from you two.
Hello.
Please.
every time
I'm gonna scream.
Pure heavenly fire.
We love a scientist.
what's happening?
Oh,
How do we inject Jonathan with the rock?
No clue.
but you're supposed to be the scientist. You're the MacGuffin device. Come on, Izzy.
They're badass weapon makers. Can't they help?
Glorious was an angelic relic. You know what they'd do if they knew we even had a piece of it?
Probably not grind it through a centrifuge to save Clary.
Valid.
There is one Iron Sister that doesn't play by the rules.
Luke's sister. I swear to God, did I not? I don't remember which episode it was. Go watch through the playlist, figure out which episode it is. But I swear, when this was happening, I was like predicting what was going to happen, and I said they were going to find like the heavenly fire and have the Iron Sisters make it into some sort of weapon / sword for them. And like, is this not exactly what I said? We get it. We love Hamilton. It's quiet uptown. Okay, we get it. Love, lock, sadness. I think this would be a lot more impactful if they did a thing. Oh my God, wait, they did? We're not allowed. This is rude. I was just gonna say this would be a lot more impactful if they actually like put a lock on this thing, and apparently they did off camera. We didn't see this before it was necessary for the plot, but that's fine. We love not foreshadowing anything in this show. Foreshadow? Who's that? A higher demon? Stop playing this music. I'm gonna get copyright strike.
Where are we going?
I told you it's a surprise.
I don't like surprises. Show their eternal love.
Right. Well, they have a place like that here in New York, too.
I wanted us to have a lock too.
This is so stupid, but I love them, so I like appreciate it, but also like, what the fuck is this?
Let's say.
Aku cinta kamu, Indonesian for I love you.
Ah. This is the dumbest scene I've ever fucking seen. I'm so mad that this is in the show, but I love them, so this is wonderful. This is so stupid. It's literally only made to like make things more sad right now. Why couldn't this have been a standalone scene that we had before? Also, when did we have the time to do this? He said when he took him to Paris a week ago, so this is when they were like portaling around in like season 2. I guess that makes sense. We did for some reason have some sort of downtime like a month ago, because now that I've sort of figured out that this timeline is within 70 days, I'm like, when did we have the time in between Valentine and Jonathan and Lilith to just have a nice little date down to the locks? It's stupid, but I love them, so we're gonna let it go. Oh no! He undid the lock! Oh, that's as equally as painful as like what Alex did, but also like, this would be extra sad. if we saw that scene, that flashback scene, you know, not as a flashback, it is just like a standalone scene to be like, oh look, a nice random happy Malik moment that they later ruin. That would be sad. Oh look, it's Maya. As much as I hate what they've done to her character, she's still gorgeous.
Painting at a crack of dawn.
I can't handle two relationships that I hate. I can only be calm for so long. I already hate Maya and Jordan, and they've given me Clary and Jonathan. I can't take both of them at the same time.
Don't even. Who saved your
I don't have to care about this relationship because I'm not going to see it after this season because there's not another season, so I can just talk over this. No. Boo. Good.
I wish we could go back.
Before the abuse? No, we can't. Is it Luke? It's Raphael.
Wait, you know this guy?
We haven't met. Rafael Santiago.
The one that raised Heidi from the dead.
He didn't mean to. Can we let it go? Oh my god. Everyone in the show has made some fucking stupid decisions. This is Raphael's, but Raphael's is coming back to haunt him every fucking time anyone wants to walk into a goddamn room because they hate Raphael. Stop it. Stop it. If Clary can get forgiveness for being fucking stupid and wasting that wish that could have like saved the entire world on her selfish ass relationship with her boyfriend that she met maybe a month ago, then we can forgive Raphael. Stop. Stop bringing this up. Let it go. I already hate you, Jordan. Don't make me hate you some more.
Regret I'll live with until the day I die.
Because he's a good person.
I'm sorry for what you did to your back. I'm here to pay my respects. If you'll have them.
He's a human. I know. Are we all happy?
It's okay. I understand. I'll just...
How are you doing that?
In the sun.
What?
You're standing in the sun.
I know. Aren't we all so happy?
Going in unarmed, I don't like it.
But the real question is, how does Maya feel about that? Maya as a person, like I was saying before, that was turned against her will, that would have been like, you know, benefited from Glorious, like turning her back into a human. How does she feel about the situation? How does she feel about what Simon did? But I'm so happy for Raphael. But Alec, talking?
Jonathan smells a rat. You're a dead man.
I know. Listen, he won't. Okay, we're gonna have real-time intel on their exact location. The second Isabella is done with Glorious, we catch them off guard, separate Jonathan and Clary, and then we kill him once and for all.
I love Jace. I know I say this literally all the time, but I love Jace. See how he has a plan? He has a plan. He first of all has a plan that like, I didn't catch all the details, but sounds like it'll work. It probably won't go exactly as planned, but it'll work. And he's being proactive and putting himself on the line for selfless deeds. I love Jace. Jace is the only valid character.
In order for these rings to work and remain invisible, it is imperative that you stay alert.
We love the Sealy rings making a comeback, but again, they are parabatai. They are parabatai. Please, someone write that into the story. That should be way more vital to their characters. Parabatai is like the Shadowhunter thing. It was brought up so much in the books because it's like a big fucking deal. And it seems to like not matter at all that they're parabatai. I get that like parabatai do not have like the mental telepathy thing and like these Sealy rings will be useful, but also I feel like the fact that they're parabatai should matter a lot more. And like I know that the only reason that they've really sidelined Alec and made him the head of the Institute is so he would have like a purpose in the story, because in the books he was just sort of like a fighter that wasn't good at anything because he needed to live in Jace's shadow. But also like they are parabatai. Why are they never in the field together? It makes me so angry.
Hey, look, I know you said that the timing wasn't right, Agnes, the other day, but why didn't you propose?
It's complicated.
Is that why he's not here? Look, Alec, I can feel that there's something wrong.
Parabatai. I was literally just saying that I want more parabatai stuff, and this is like kind of parabatai stuff, even though they don't explicitly say it. You're meant to like believe it's because they're parabatai, and I love that. But also, it's meant for battle, and we never see them in battle together. Maybe I'm heated.
Magnus and I broke up.
What? Why?
Okay, you're gonna be late.
Alec, there's something you're not telling me. What's going on?
Be honest.
Sometimes life just doesn't go the way you want it to.
Alec,
Please, just go.
Jace is trying to be understanding, because Jace is the best character, and Alec is shutting him out because nobody in the show likes to communicate. Jace is such a good person. Jace deserves the world. Luke!
I got her as soon as I could.
Where's Cleophas?
Not gonna make it. After she helped Clary summon Ethereal, when he died, I guess part of her died too.
So now it's just us and a rock.
And these.
Cleophas's tools.
With them, she said you could forge a new sword with the same power as Glorious.
I swear to fucking God, I swear on the angel that if Izzy just makes something out of this rock that only an Iron Sister should be able to do, you know, people who train like their whole lives, I'm going to scream. This shouldn't be a thing that she should be able to do. I can overlook the fact that she's a whole ass scientist and she can just make potent formulas out of, you know, blades of swords. But if she can do something with these Iron Sister tools that are like specialized tools for Iron Sisters, people who, you know, are secluded from the rest of the world in order to train to be Iron Sisters, I'm going to scream. Because what is the point of an Iron Sister if Izzy can just do it? Heated. There's no reason she should be able to do this. Literally no reason. Like, sure, she's a weapons master, which also doesn't make any sense, but that's not on the same level as an Iron Sister. Like, that's the difference between, like, a cop and a Secret Service member. They, like, in theory do the same job, but they're on vastly different levels, and they should not, one should not be able to do the other. There's special training. She can't just make a weapon. I will let it pass, because I love Izzy, and because they did have somewhat of a foundation. It's very rocky, very unstable, but she is a weapons master. So if you want to overlook the fact that that's not the same thing as making a weapon, we will just pretend that she has the skill set, like she has every other fucking skill set in the world. Side note, how did the demon energy take over Clary if she has extra angel blood in her like Jace does? Wouldn't that, like, in theory be strong enough to, like, defeat whatever demon blood energy is trying to overtake her? Nothing in the show makes sense.
Guess we're gonna have to call in our pinch hitter.
Or who?
That's right. You drank Jace's blood and became a daylighter, which means you still have traces of Ethereal's blood in your system.
I was just gonna say, I'm not going to overthink this, but I am, because that's what I do. What? How does that work? How does just blood just stay in your system? Does it not work like regular food where your body just sort of like expels it? And like, because it's been a while. Didn't that happen in like season 1? Isn't like the life expectancy of blood in your system supposed to be like 30-ish days? According to my math, it's been 60, so I don't think this blood should still be in a system. There should be no angel blood in him, but like, I don't know. They don't do any world building. I don't know how long blood stays in a vampire. It's probably different than a mundane. Who made that portal for him? How did he portal there?
As much as I want you with me, you killed my brother once. And if it wasn't for our connection, I suspect you'd do it again.
First of all, that pat down really was nothing. He could easily be hiding a stele. Second, I get that the whole twinning rune is like clouding her judgment and she doesn't see that like Jonathan's evil and really manipulative and like toxic for her. But shouldn't she like remember the logic of being like, I used to think this and Jace acted on my feelings because of that? Why is she taking into account being like, you wanted to kill him before, you're probably gonna kill him now? But I'm like, logically he did that because of how you felt, and if he is still acting based on your feelings, he shouldn't kill him or want to kill him anymore, you know? Like, she's saying this as if she didn't also previously want to kill Jonathan.
I can't live without you, Clary. I won't. So if that means I have to give up on everything I love to keep you safe, to keep you both safe, so be it.
The worst, shut the fuck up, Jonathan. The worst part about this is like, if like it really came down to it, I wholeheartedly believe he would do this because he's that kind of guy. I don't agree with that choice, but he loves Clary so much for some fucking reason that he would give up being a Shadowhunter to be with her. I don't get it, but I respect it and I love him for it.
Touching. You're willing to put up with me as a third wheel.
Yes, you are.
I'll never allow him to treat you that way.
I think we all like to overlook the fact that Clary and Jonathan are not dating and they are siblings. He should be the third wheel. The first main relationship should not be the brother-sister. It's not. No. The third wheel is the third wheel to a couple. They are the couple. Jonathan and Clary are not the couple. I really hate this. It's like they feel like they missed out on the whole like love triangle drama opportunity with Simon and Jace, that they just feel like they need to do it now, and I don't want this. I don't think anyone wants this. Who wants this? Who wants this weird incesty plot with Jonathan and Clary? Tell me right now. I need to know their names. I just want to talk. It's so weird and uncomfortable. If we wanted to have like a love triangle thing, do it with Simon and Jace. It was written in the books. That was the whole point of having them together, was so that we could have drama and we could have a nice Twilight moment, a team Simon, team Jace. That was the whole point. Because there was no way they were gonna end up together at the end. Simon and Claire were never endgame. So like, why? Why would you skip out on doing that love triangle just to do this, which is super creepy? Is this Cassandra Clare's fault? Is she still messing with the script? Is this her doing? Stop her. Someone stop her.
Let's go, sister. You're more concerned. You know better than this.
I also know how to make my own decisions.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Who's coming with us?
Do we love a liar? Put down the fucking sword. I'll cut you. Oh my god, can we stop with the moping and walking around, please? Oh my god. This show has no foreshadowing. I'm done with these fucking flashbacks. Stop. If you wanted things to be sad and emotionally impactful, you foreshadow, so that you can remember the scene with the positive connotation and then later see it with the negative connotation, which makes it even sadder. That's how you do good. I'm done with these fucking flashbacks. Oh my god. No. We have no knowledge on this scene. We only know it in this sad context of Magnus looking upon it being sad. So it's not actually sad. We are just sad because Magnus is sad. We're not actually sad because we are feeling the pain of the loss of knowing that this was a happy memory, because we didn't know about this memory before right now. I'm really heated. Sorry, but there's Madsy and I love her. We got her ice cream. We love our daughter.
Some sprinkles, please.
Oh, they don't have those here, Madsy. I thought we were teaching her restraint.
I know, but that face.
We love dads. What New York street is empty at any time of day? Why is there no one on the street? Where are the extras? We love a warlock child. Ugh. We love dads.
You know, you're gonna be a hell of a dad. What? You don't think so?
So, to be honest, I never even considered it.
Why not?
My father's a prince of hell. He's not exactly a good role model.
Well, my dad's not perfect either. And look at us.
Oh, look, what extra?
They both turned out pretty okay.
Yes, they did. Oh.
So, one can be a horrible parent without messing up their kids.
Anything's possible.
As much as I hate that this scene is happening, this scene is very lovely.
Besides, when it comes to having a family, you wouldn't be doing it alone.
Oh, super sweet. Love that. That whole scene was so stupid, but like I loved it. Oh, we love a green screen.
And where exactly is that? Clearly we're in Prague.
You bitches can't even spell Prague. Question though, why aren't they using glamours? I know that Jace doesn't have a stele, but like, there's no reason Clary shouldn't have grabbed one before she escaped with Jonathan. Why doesn't she have a stele? Are we really just rolling stele-less? That's super stupid. And if we're not, why aren't we using glamour? I feel like that's a lot more reliable than having to cover it with jackets. Logic, love it.
A soldier is more effective with details. I know you're here to get rid of me.
Oh, yeah.
And the second you slip, I'll prove it.
Brother.
And then it'll just be me and Clary. The way it's meant to be.
Stop.
Are my two favorite boys playing nice?
I hate this. The worst part about this is I know some 12-year-old's gonna watch it and write like a 3-way fanfic with them all having sex. And it makes me so uncomfortable knowing that there's gonna be some like child thinking that this is okay. Cause it's not. And no one's explicitly saying this is weird, this is wrong. No one in like, none of the characters are being like, it's really weird the way that Jonathan's kind of like into Clary. It's kind of creepy. Like they made one comment once where Clary was like, I feel so violated after he kissed her, and that was literally it. And now she has been so overtaken by the twinning rune that she is like not consenting to it, but she's like on board with it and allowing it because of the twinning rune, and it makes me so uncomfortable. There's no obvious line in the sand of being like, this is wrong. It's very blurry, and I don't think that's right, because a child's gonna watch this and think this is okay, but it's not. I hate this. I really hate this.
Jonathan didn't tell you?
No, you little bitch.
We are going to kidnap the Sealy Queen.
This isn't gonna work. They're stupid. The Sealy Queen has a whole ass army. You've been to the Sealy court? There's like Meliorn and like every Sealy that will lay their lives on the line for her, and you think the three of you are gonna come in and just kidnap the Sealy Queen? And again, no one cares that Lilith has escaped. No one cares. The show has got me so fucked up. Lilith has been gone and escaped and just running amok for 2 whole ass episodes, and like we've heard nothing from her.
For the first time in 80 years, I was able to attend morning mass. Sat in the sun and planted flowers in my sister's grave. Oh, you know that bakery that had been in Cronuts? I stood in line today. Amazing.
I love him. I love Raphael. He deserves the world. Oh, I'm so happy we get to see him be happy. I'm not happy that's with Maya and Jordan, who don't deserve the time of day, but I love Raphael, so we will accept it.
If the serum worked on you, why wouldn't it work on us?
Because they destroyed it.
To stop all the tree, we had to destroy all the serum.
Well, where are those vials?
Being used to help Clary. You see, this is exactly what I said when this happened. I was like, they're clearly arguing that the life of a Shadowhunter is not worth more than the life of a Downworlder, but literally they are using the serum to benefit the life of a Shadowhunter over the lives of Downworlders. You see where my moral dilemma comes in?
Don't think about the needle. Imagine you're Superman, and Clary is Lois Lane. And you're gonna reverse the Earth's rotation.
Do we have the rights to this?
Save her.
You watch Superman. When did this world-shattering event happen?
Oh, you always go on about how great these superhero movies are.
She did it for him!
What the fuss was about.
Ah!
What'd you think?
Just because Clark Kent had glasses, she couldn't tell he was the same guy. If I was Lois, I would have totally known.
See, that's the fun in it, though. The hot girl doesn't see the geeky guy with glasses until the hot girl realizes that the geeky guy is totally awesome. If she just saw him for who he really is.
That right there is good. That's my favorite kind of storytelling. The moment where when you're talking about something that's actively happening but you can't see it as the character. Live for that. Live for that. Truly iconic relationship right here.
I guess Lois just needed some time to see what was right in front of her.
Izzy.
Are we done?
They're cute.
Oh, it's heard how
See?
beautiful Prague is.
Shut the fuck up. See, I love that. That was a scene that was useful to the plot because we got blood that we need. I still don't think it should work, but it probably will work. And we got sissy development. Why can't all filler scenes be that? That was so good. That was good. Small advancement to the plot. Big advancement to a subplot. That was great. That was so good. I love that scene. That was lovely. Oh, wow. Now I gotta watch the bullshit with Clary and Jonathan, but that was lovely.
It's like a storybook.
We'll have to come back. I'll take you for a boat ride on the river.
Sounds like a plan.
What? They are dating, not you.
I'm watching you.
They're clearly still Shadowhunters. You can see the runes on their neck.
Once he trusts you, he's like a puppy. All he wants is love.
That's sad.
Clary, do you remember the first time we kissed?
How could I forget?
I don't remember when that happened.
Please come back to me.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
I love you so much.
Ugh. I love Jace. Jace deserves the world. Jace deserves nothing but happiness. Him and Raphael, the world. They deserve it.
Are you kidding me? Is Jonathan trying to get you all killed?
Yeah, well, me for sure.
I want Meliorn in that party just because I want to see Meliorn, but if Meliorn's there and Jonathan kills him, we are throwing hands. There's no forgiveness for killing Meliorn. Also, I can't tell if this is a green screen because the lighting is so low that everything just sort of blends together, but the background does not look the same as the foreground. I feel like they didn't film this outside. They filmed this in a studio.
My best.
But maybe it's like Paris, where they for some reason paid to have them actually shoot on location. I swear to God, I'm not having another fucking flashback Magnus. Get over it. Oh, thank God, it's a thing that we've seen. It's a montage. Oh, we love a montage.
You're beautiful.
You see, this is sad. Because I know these scenes. Okay.
Continue to surprise me. There's nothing to be ashamed of, Alec.
want the pain here.
Whatever it is, I'm here for you. I love you.
I love you too.
Iconic moments. See, this is sad, because we've actually seen these scenes.
Different?
Ugh. We love a really sad montage of all the happy memories. But also, let's all remember that happened in the span of 60 days. I don't know why Magnus is so fucked up over a man he met 60 days ago when he is like 300 years old, but for the sake of the plot, we will allow it. Who is this in a robe? Is it Sepher? It is someone I've not seen before.
Zachariah.
Brother Zachariah?
You said you were in desperate need of my help.
I don't think Brother Zachariah was Asian. And I don't think they had faces. There's a lot of silent brothers though, so I could be very wrong. But I remember Brother Zachariah being like the rest of them where they had like the stitching over their mouths. Did they just not have the budget for the special effects? I think that they just really cut the budget for this last season because there's just a lot of things missing. But he's here?
What is it, Magnus? I need you to erase all my memories of Alec.
Wow! He met him 60 days ago. Why is he so fucked up about a boy he met 60 days ago? I get it. It's supposed to be like a really substantial relationship to him, but also like, sis, you've lived for like 300 years at least, times like 300 days. So that's like, I can't even do the math in my head. That's so many zeros. A lot. You've lived a lot of days. I don't get why this one man has really fucked up your life. Like, I get it everywhere you walk because you're wanting to walk around the city moping instead of, you know, throwing yourself back into your work like you did previously when you've had some sort of life devastating event. You've just sort of been bombarded by flashbacks. I get it. It's really sad. But also, like, has this never happened to you before? Can you not, like, get over it? I know, that's very insensitive sounding, and I'm not here to, like, diminish his feelings for Alec, but, like, also, just the fact that I know that they're gonna get married at the end of the season just really makes all of this kind of stupid. It just seems like such an overreaction. Also, since when can silent brothers do this? It's probably a thing in the lore that I just forgot because it sounds, you know, believable, but also, like, we haven't had enough silent brothers in the show for me to know for sure.
No, my dear friend. I will always be here for you.
What? He can, like, talk with his mouth? You know that meme from It's Always Sunny that says, this doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about blank to, like, dispute it? That's what this moment is right now. It's like, this doesn't seem like a thing silent brothers should be able to do, but I don't know enough about silent brothers to say that this isn't true. But, like, that was, like, their thing. That was like their thing, was that they had sewn mouths, which I think was just an addition for the show, but we love visual storytelling elements, and like they communicated through telepathy. But like this guy just like doesn't do that. I don't get it.
You're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Some words are too important not to be spoken aloud.
Okay, but like what about all the other silent brothers who have their mouths literally sewn shut and can't like speak? What does that mean? That is the weakest explanation of being like, you know, sometimes you just gotta say the words with your mouth. And I'm like, what?
Magnus, you've lost great loves before, as have I. And as painful as those memories may be, they're a part of who we are.
He gets it. Let's go, Brother Zachariah.
Alec is different.
Why?
Losing him. It's breaking me.
Is it though?
I owe you my life, and I would do anything to help you. For that very reason, I must refuse your request.
Good. I thought he was gonna say no because Brother Zachariah got more than one brain cell, but also like, he saved his life? When were we told this information?
I can't do this on my own. You can. Pull the memories from your mind and send them to oblivion. You have the magic. You simply don't have the heart. Because deep down, you know you'll regret it.
Brother Zachariah be speaking the truth, but also, he can do what now? He can pull memories out of his mind and just destroy them? Since when do warlocks have this power? Do all downworlders have the ability to just destroy memory? Because if Silent Brothers can do it, which I don't know what kind of class they are, if they're Shadowhunters who are just also Silent Brothers, I don't know. We haven't seen enough of them to know these facts. But Silent Brothers can do them, apparently warlocks could do them, vampires can incanto, so are we just gonna find out that everyone could just, you know, pull a Men in Black and just have people forget things? I feel like too many classes of people have this power. Question: why was Brother Zachariah brought in for this? I am almost 100% sure we have never met his character on screen before right now. Why are we introducing this character when we could have had Raphael? Like, Magnus could have been like, yo, can you incanto me? Because we've already established that vampires can do that. And Raphael could be like, sorry bro, ain't a vampire anymore. And they can, like, you know, confide in each other because we've already established that they have a long-term relationship of being friends because they're both, like, immortal, or Raphael was immortal. I feel like that would be a much more substantial conversation instead of bringing in this guy whose character really makes no sense. It really goes against everything that I thought that I knew about Silent Brothers, but it's fine. We're back at the Institute.
Simon, I need to talk to you. Why did you have to destroy all of it? Was that really the only option? You've robbed every downworlder of a second chance at a mundane life.
We didn't have a choice, okay? Believe me, I get wanting to go back. I almost killed my sister, and I had to make my mom believe that I was dead.
I'm so glad we all thought of this. I'm so glad what I said is being brought into the show. I'm so glad Maya has grown a brainstorm. It's like, what the fuck? And they said that they had no other choice, which really makes no sense, because they did. It's not like Malachi was there actively telling people to do this and that and save all the vials. He was already being arrested while the place was blowing up.
All had lives that have been destroyed. I'm just trying to save Clary's.
Yeah, I'm with Maya on this. Why is Clary's life more valuable than, like, the downworlds? Tell me why. Give me a reason why Clary's life is worth more. Because she's the main character? Kind of fucking stupid. Also, if we're going to be selfish and just, like, only give this vial to, like, the friends that we have in the show, so basically, like, Magnus, Simon, Jordan, Maya, Luke, I think order of importance should go Luke, Maya, Simon, Jordan, Magnus. And Magnus is only at the bottom because I know that he doesn't want it. And Jordan's also at the bottom because I don't like him. I feel like Luke should get first dibs on it because he's an adult and he would have the most substantial life outside of it, but I don't think he'll take it now that he's gotten the whole offer from the Praetor, so, like, Maya should get it. If Jordan even for a second thinks that he deserves it over Maya, he is wrong. And he has clearly not learned the harm that he has done to her. I'm not saying that Jordan also hasn't been through some shit, but it's truly Maya who deserves it more than him.
Whose phones are those?
Shadowhunters. Stick with me, sis. You won't become part of the decor. Unless that Sealy sees you. Whose sigil mark means he's part of the Queen's security detail.
Why?
We don't buy him a drink.
Wasn't he Melior?
Yeah, of course. That's what I meant.
I really hate him. He's such a despicable character. What are they drinking from the ceiling?
Come on. What is this stuff?
It's clearly some kind of Sealy drug. Don't take it.
Yeah, don't.
Surely you're not against having a little fun.
Do not. I have read the books. You do not ever, you don't fuck with the Sealies. Anytime they offer you anything, you say no thank you. You do not. You do not. They play games. They will kill you. The last time this happened, Jace had to kiss Clary while she was dating Simon. We don't want another instance of that. They're probably going to because they're stupid, but also, like, this is such a bad idea. If there's one class of downworlders you do not fuck with, it's the Sealies. The Sealies are conniving and sneaky. They will kill you. But also, I love how you can see, like, the watermarks on the lens because it's just they just actually had a rain inside the building.
We are on mission. We need to stay focused.
Are you worried about everyone or just you?
Prove it.
Do not! I swear to God, Jace? Just because Jonathan dares you doesn't mean you need to do it. Jace was the only one with a brain cell being like, don't, they're all gonna fucking die now. I really hope that the Sealy Queen comes and just, like, puts them up in Sealy Court and just, like, has them murdered. She would be within her rights because they shouldn't be here. They're being so stupid. They're being big stupid. You see how Jace was like, we're on mission, we need to stay focused. Logic, more than one brain cell. I love him.
Must have ingested a Sealy hallucinogen. It's,
He took some Molly.
I can hang it on my end. Just get here with that sword.
Jace is so strong. I love him so much. He is tripping on Molly.
With this? And slow. Now.
I don't like this bad Clary. She's like hypersexual and like that's great because you know autonomy over your body, but also like I don't get why we're associating the bad Clary with hypersexual.
You can tell me to stop whenever you want. But you won't.
That's a bit rapey. What? Why is Jonathan mad as if that's his girl? That's your sister. You should be happy for her. If you really love her, let her be happy. Ooh, the Sealy ring. Oh, no, 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 no. Take the ring off. I highly suggest putting it in your pocket immediately. Oh, there's the queen. Bring back the 12-year-old girl. I didn't like that at all. That scene was so uncomfortable, and I do not think that anyone's going to make a point later to be like, that was not okay. I really hope that when this is all said and done, Clary is like, I'm sorry about what I did, that wasn't cool. Because that wasn't cool. She literally said, you can stop me whenever you want, but I don't think that you're going to. That's not consent. There was very much a, I am conscious of the fact that I'm taking advantage of you in your under the influence situation, and that's not okay. And then like Jonathan just comes over and lifts up his shirt, which is like also not okay. Like, can we respect boundaries and personal space? This whole scene's making me very uncomfortable, especially for the fact that I'm pretty sure no one's gonna say anything about it. Who's here? Maya? Ugh.
Not a word all the way back from the institute.
There's so many of us, and if there's only one vial of that serum left, I don't deserve it more than anyone else.
That's the right thing to say. I'm glad Maya isn't being the worst right now. But like, if it comes down to like the squad who's probably going to get first dibs on it because they're connected to the Institute, Maya does deserve it. See, now she's back to like her original character, which is really nice and likable, and I like Maya, but also like her with Jordan is kind of nasty. What is Jordan doing? He fucking stole the vial. I swear to God, Jordan. How are we supposed to like him? How are we supposed to like him when he's done all of this awful shit? How? How is he a likable person? I don't see any likable qualities about him literally at all besides he is hot. So is like literally everyone else in the show. Why do we like him? He abused Maya and we tried to retcon that storyline, but I did not forget. And now he has stolen the vial that Maya has explicitly just stated no one deserves more than anyone else. All down rollers deserve access to it equally. So, Jordan's an awful person. I'm able to say that now. He's awful. He's canceled. Goodbye. See, how is Izzy able to do this? I am 100% certain they just did this because we didn't have time to like go through a whole Iron Sister moment and we just needed to get this sword ready so we can move along the plot. But honestly, there is no reason she should be able to have done that. No reason. Literally no reason. Yes, Simon, you gotta go farther. Alex just gonna stay chillin'. And it worked. We love CGI flames. Is this where we put our CGI budget? Oh no, they're gone. She should not be able to do that.
Who do you trust? Me?
No.
Jace.
Think about the 60 days that you've known Jace and like the 10 days you've known Jonathan. Oh, glove fighter.
To the plan.
I can't let him die.
I swear to you, he is against us, not with us.
Jace!
Ugh. We love loyalty. Oh god. Still, fight scenes ended so bad. I can't see what's happening at all. I can't see what's happening. I can't see what's happening. There are too many cuts in this scene.
It's a distraction.
Why is it Meliord here? So much has happened. We're gonna take a pause in this fight scene. First of all, where did Jonathan learn those fighting skills to take down a highly armed soldier? It's like how Clary just has all these powers and is just able to fight really fast. At least they gave her some training montages. Jonathan has been locked in Edom for like all of his life. How is he able to take down and kill one of the highest levels of the Sealy army? How? That shouldn't happen. Also, does this club have no extra security? Where is the security for just the club? There was someone standing outside. Why aren't there like regular guards inside to protect everyone else? Why are they not interfering? Why is it just the Sealy's like personal security that's interfering? And why is everyone just standing around watching? Why is no one like doing something or leaving? Why is everyone just being like, oh look, there's a fight? Oh, also, before Clary does something stupid, she bit him? I didn't know Sealy's had fangs. What does biting someone do for a Sealy? Is it just like a mundane bite where it just like hurts? What was that?
Jonathan says you're wearing a Sealy ring. Are you trying to take me away from my brother? I will end you.
Jace.
He slid on that floor. That was fun. I don't even know what to say about the scene because I don't know how we could have prevented this from happening. Probably like not having a Sealy ring, but also like how are they going to communicate? Are you telling me there's no telepathy communication rune? Are you saying that in like all of the years of battle that no one's come up with that rune? That seems a bit unrealistic, but a lot of things about the show don't make sense. Oh my god, is Magnus still fucking moping? Oh, he's trying to tear the memories out of his head. Aww. Do it. You won't. Where is he? He's on a roof, but where? Do it. You won't?
I gave back your magic so you'd be strong.
Ugh. Magnus is going through a lot right now.
I'm here for you, my son.
No, you're not. Don't, Magnus.
I'm here.
See? I said Asmodeus would do this so that he was ripe for manipulation. Look at this. Ugh. Is that it? Oh, wow. Okay. Few questions. Let's start with that last scene that we just saw with Asmodeus and Magnus. He's like really alone and really vulnerable right now because he feels like he's lost everything. But literally in the last episode, right before he broke up with Alex, or Alex broke up with him, Maris was like, we are all your family and we are all here for you. Why hasn't he gone to anyone? Why is he just walking around the city moping, being like, I'm sad, my relationship's over, when literally Maris was like, hey, if you got issues, I'm here for you? Why isn't he like, hey, Luke, or Raphael, or like literally any of his allies? Like, Raphael seems like the clearest, most obvious connection, because Raphael isn't that connected to like the inner squad or to Alec, and like they've been friends. So why isn't he trying to confide in Raphael? Which would so clearly be the logical thing to do here. He's like, I feel sad and alone. Where's my boy, Raphael? Because he's apparently in the city, and now that he has his magic, he could easily just like show up wherever Raphael is. I don't get why we didn't have a Magnus and Raphael scene. It would make the most sense. But we didn't. We had a Magnus and Brother Zachariah scene, which was really weird and really stupid. Also, it's been like, I'm guessing it's been a day. It's been one day. Like, yesterday was the last episode. I don't get why he hasn't done anything to try to, like, get him back. He made a plea as Alec was leaving, but you would think if this really meant, like, a lot to him, he would, like, not cry about it, but, like, go and fight for it. He would, like, demand to get him back or something, you know? I feel like if he was that desperate, he'd be like, no, I'm going to the Institute and you're gonna take me back. You know? Especially, like, I don't want this to happen because, again, like, it would be really sad. But, like, Alec explicitly said when he broke up with him that like the spark in him that he fell in love with was gone. That's why he wanted to break up with him. So once Magnus got his powers back, he should have been like, look, I'm back to the same way I always was. We can be back together. Like, it's not correct logic, but it's very much the logic that someone going through that time of struggle and grief and like loss in like their sense of self would feel. Like, I have my magic back. Do you love me again? Like, it feels like that would be a very much a logical thing for Magnus to do, but he just got his powers and was just like sad. And the sadness didn't even really mean anything because it was none of the scenes that we actually saw. That last scene with the montage was sad because we're like, oh, look at all these happy memories and look at him being in pain. We are now in pain because we also feel the loss of this relationship, unless you are like me and know that they're getting married, so none of this really matters anyways. But those other two scenes were flashbacks, so it wasn't as it was sad because Magnus was sad, but it wasn't sad because we as the viewers were sad. We are not also feeling this pain alongside him. We are just feeling the pain through him, which will always be less impactful than if the viewer understands the feelings themselves. It was just really bad storytelling. They don't like foreshadowing the show. They really just sort of drop in whatever they need to make the plot work. There's no long-term plans, ever. Like those 2 flashbacks, they were so short. They easily could have been like put in the middle of like any of the previous episodes to be like, oh yes, remember the time we did this? Or like actually having them in the timeline in which they happened to be like, here's just a cute Malik scene, but they just had to have them as flashbacks to be like, oh, here's a moment that we've never seen before, but Magnus is sad because it happened, we swear. And it's bad storytelling. And as much as I didn't like this episode because I felt it was really stupid, it did do a lot to move forward the plot, and that I respect, even though I still have no idea what Jonathan's plan is. Does anyone know what Jonathan's plan is? Did I just miss it somewhere along the way? Because I think it should be a lot more clear than it is right now. He wants to get the sword, but why? What is he gonna do with the sword? The sword releases demons from hell. Is he gonna release a bunch of demons from Edom? Why? What purpose do they serve? Is he going to like create an army? How does he do that? Does the sword also control them? I have no answers to these questions. If you want a villain, you need to be afraid of them. I'm not afraid because I don't know what his plan is. Like, I don't know what he's doing. He's just being weird and creepy and incesty, and it's making me uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable by that, not by, oh, this is some big bad villain. I'm afraid of what he's gonna do. Is he gonna hurt the people in the show? I don't know, because I don't know what his plan is. This far into the season, you would think you would know what his plan is, but you just don't. I like how they're really doubling down on the twinning rune though. I like how Clary's very much like, I'm picking my brother's side over Jace, because I can respect that. I can respect them sticking with their choice. I clearly think what Clary's doing is stupid, but like that's what you're supposed to think. I don't like how now that Clary's like evil, she's dressing like more revealing and more like provocatively, and like there's obviously nothing wrong with like owning your sexuality and dressing how you want to dress, but I don't like how it's in association with her evil character. It's drawing this weird parallel between being evil and dressing revealing. And those two things are not the same. I clearly don't think that the showrunners and the writers are meaning to do this, but it's very much sending, I think, a wrong message to the more impressionable young audiences, or even just the people who don't realize that are watching the show, that are like getting these associations in their head. Like, now that Clary is evil, she's going to be dressing like this, which is going to create that association of evil people dressed like this, and that's not true. And the whole weird love triangle between Jace and Clary and Jonathan, also very much not okay, and no one's saying this isn't okay. Jace has never once made a comment about that, and it's weird. He's just always said, I hate her being with that monster or being with that creep, but he's never been like, he talks about her like he's dating her. And that's weird. Like, no one's explicitly said that he thinks of her as a girlfriend, and it's weird. And it's wrong. And like, fun fact that I learned when I was thinking about this show, incest isn't just like weird and taboo and like socially wrong, it's like illegal. It's like actually illegal. It's against the law. I thought it was just a thing like you're not supposed to do because it's weird, and no, it's like legally not okay. And they keep like flirting with this idea as if it's not so wrong on so many levels. Like, when Clary and Jace were making out on the dance floor, Jonathan was glaring at them like a jealous lover, and I'm like, that's your sister. I don't get why they're doing this. It makes me so uncomfortable. And I really can't tell if that's the point, or if that's just what they're doing because that's what they did in the books. Because the books were very much okay with it. That's one of my main issues with the book. They had a bit too much incest, and it was just fine. And I can't tell if that's the point in the show to be like, this is wrong. Because no one's saying it. It's very much a blurred line where it's like, is this okay? Is it not okay? It's up to you. And that shouldn't be the case. It should be a very clear line in the sand. What Jonathan's doing is wrong. I just have a really big issue with that storyline. Like, I think I would be more okay with it if it was very clearly not okay, and if there were moments in the show where they pointed out that the way that he talks and like thinks about her is not okay, but they don't. They just sort of leave that up for you to figure out on your own, and there will be people who don't make that conclusion. Like I said, there will be 12-year-olds who think that this is just okay and will ship Jace, Jonathan, and Clary together. And it's not, no. It's not okay. And again, I don't think the showrunners and writers are like meaning to do this. I think they're meaning to do it with the incest thing, because I'm pretty sure that they're trying to draw upon what they've done in the books, and they want to like stay true to the books while also not condoning incest. So they're making it this weird gray area. But I feel like on a channel owned by Disney, they should draw a harsher line in the sand to be like, no. Because I think anyone who's so big of a fan of the books and wants to stick to the canon so hard that they feel like they need to have the incest really just need to reevaluate their morals and values and just stop. That's the best part about like any sort of adaptation, is that you can make it better, and one of the ways to do that with Shadowhunters is not to have the incest. Because it's not cool. It's not cool, it's not cute, it's not interesting, it's just wrong. But Jace tried his best, and he really clearly cares about Clary, and I really love that about him. And they have the sword, so all they need to do is go after Clary and Jonathan. But I feel like the finale is going to be more interesting than I thought it was going to be previously, because now I feel like that Lilith is out, even though we haven't even really thought about the fact that she was released. Like, they just mentioned briefly that they needed Lilith's head on like a plate, but we haven't even like mentioned the fact that we don't know where she is because she's escaped. No one seems to care. But what I think they're gonna do is it's going to be Clary and Jonathan are going to be going after Lilith. They're going to try to hunt her down, and the rest of the squad is going to be hunting down Clary and Jonathan, and then in the process also hopefully taking down Lilith, because that's an issue. And then I feel like Asmodeus is going to be left in the air because he was probably going to be something that they were going to like develop and like finish up in season 4. But now that we don't have a season 4, we don't know what's going to happen with that. We got to see Raphael, and that was lovely because I love Raphael. And he seems so happy. He seems so happy being a human. I'm so happy for him. Like I said before, Izzy should not have been able to make that sword. If she could make that sword, then what is the point of the Iron Sisters? What is the point of an elite class of women who specifically are trained to make weapons if Izzy could just take the tools and do it herself? If she can, then couldn't any weapons master do that? And what training does she have to be a weapons master? Isn't she just a regular Shadowhunter that they've just been like, you need a job? Here, be the weapons master. If that's true, then can't just any Shadowhunter be an Iron Sister? What's the point of an elite class if basically anyone could do it with the right tools? It was stupid. It was so stupid. They use Izzy as such a convenient plot device whenever they need something done and don't want to have to like introduce a new character for it or like bring in a different person, which would make more sense. But they're just like, oh, we need an autopsy, here's Izzy. Oh, we need hacking, here's Izzy. Oh, we need a sword maid, here's Izzy. Because we don't have like a definitive character for her. So she can basically be whatever we need her to be. Which is bad writing and stupid, but this is what we're left with. But that Simon and Izzy scene was wonderful. I still don't know if I would call myself a sissy shipper, because I still don't really get why they would be together, but if they want to be, I will accept it. I want them to be happy because I love both of their characters so much. And that scene was so good. Their scene when they were taking Simon's blood, so good, because it like not only had a whole thing where it like was important to the plot because we needed Simon's blood, but it was so sweet because they first of all talked about superheroes, which is a Simon thing, and then Izzy is clearly getting into the things that Simon likes because she likes him, and then they do the whole moment where it's like the thing you were looking for is right in front of you, the realization moment. So good, so good. And it was so sweet. They're so cute together. And they had another moment where they were gonna kiss, and then there was a beep beep, and then I swear to God, if they don't kiss by the end of the season, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Because we were psyched twice. I swear. If the next time it doesn't actually happen, I'm gonna be so angry. I want to talk more about the brother Zachariah thing because it just made me so confused, but because of my level of confusion, I don't even know where to start. I really just feel like they didn't have the time and or money to put him in the full Silent Brothers like outfit, so they just wrote into the script that he could talk, which is the stupidest thing. Why would you show Silent Brothers so many times before and give them this distinct look so when you see them you're like, that's a Silent Brother? I can understand what they do, even though we really don't know what they do. Like, we understand that they do mind things because Jace wanted to go to them for like mental health when they thought he was like dealing with being brought back from the dead, but he was really just, you know, possessed. But there was also a Silent Brother officiating the wedding between Alec and Lydia. So like, what is their purpose? It's very much not clear because they didn't really develop those characters. But like, they gave them at the very least a distinct cohesive look with the robe, and like, I'm pretty sure their eyes were also like stitched together too, where it was like a very sort of burlap texture face and your mouth was sewn shut, and I think also the eyes, and they all looked the same. So when you show Brother Zachariah looking like that, I was like, who is that? Because he doesn't follow the distinct silent brother look. It's really simple. You develop a concept and you stick to it for the sake of understanding and cohesion. Otherwise, you're confusing your audience. It's like if one day a Shadowhunter just shows up and they just have like no runes. And they're like, where are your runes, bro? And they're like, I just don't need them. And then all the Shadowhunters are like, what? And he's just like, I just don't need them, bro. And they're like, you aren't de-runed or anything? You're still a Shadowhunter? It's like, yeah, I just have the power within me. And they were all like, cool. That's what they just did. It's like a distinct character trait of the Silent Brothers. And they just didn't have him, and they just had this guy in a robe. And I'm just, a robe does not a silent brother make. It was big stupid, and I'm still so confused as to why they did that. But Magnus is being sad, which like I would feel probably more bad about if I didn't already know that he was going to get married to Alec by the end of the season. So really can't be that upset if you know that this is all going to get resolved in like 2 episodes. There was some Maya and Jordan bullshit, because I hate their fucking relationship so much, because Jordan's truly an awful person. Again, I'm asking, what actions has he shown to prove that he is not even just a changed person, just a good person? What has he done? He's done literally nothing. We've seen him be a thief and an abuser and someone who likes to do aggravated assault. So I don't get why we're supposed to like him and why we're supposed to root for him and Maya when it's so clear that he's not a good person, and they keep writing him as a bad person, but they're trying to like justify his bad decisions by saying like they were for like good reason or they were mistakes, but also like that doesn't change the fact that those actions were bad, and he hasn't grown or like really realized that he's not a good person and the things he does hurt other people. Like, I don't think that he realizes that his actions have consequences. Let's talk about that Sealy fight though for a little bit, because my god, way too many jump cuts. Way too many jump cuts. Can't see a single thing that's happening. And also they just, you know, straight up murdered a bunch of Sealies, so that's definitely breaking the accord. I'd like to hope and imagine that they would have dealt with that with the Clave in season 4. Do I think that would have actually happened? Probably not. But I like to imagine, because we don't have a season 4 and I could really just make up whatever I want, that happened. But a bunch of Sealies are dead, which I don't really get, because Clary and Jonathan were being taken on by like 6 different guards, and they didn't get like a single scratch on them, which is to like sort of tell you that Shadowhunters are stronger than the Sealy guards because they're the ones winning, but also that doesn't make any sense, because they should be equally as strong, especially when there's more Sealy guards and they are like the highest ranking Sealy guards. They are like super strong and should be very well trained because they are the ones who personally guard the queen. So that didn't really make any sense. The queen bites Jonathan. I don't get why she did that. Hopefully we will get an explanation next episode. But like the fact that we don't already know is already going to be bad, because they're clearly just going to dump some information that has never been explained before or brought up before it was absolutely needed. They love doing that in the show and it's really annoying. I don't remember Sealies ever biting people in the show or in the books. Are they like vampires where you can turn someone into a Sealy by biting them? Like what? Why? They keep blurring the lines between what is a trait of each distinct downworlder, and like I get that there should be some sort of overlap because they all have like the commonality of having the demon blood. It would make sense that some of them have similar powers, but like when you blurred them all together so much, it's really hard to create distinct character types, and then poses the question of why are there all of these different types at all if they all sort of just serve the same purpose. Like if warlocks and vampires and silent brothers could all erase memories, what was the point of having a whole big deal of vampires doing the Encanto thing if we're just gonna go to a silent brother? What is the point of having vampires? Their number one trait is biting people, and then just having these Sealies, which they haven't really been established in the show, but like in the lore of the Mortal Instruments world, to be conniving and sneaky and not really fighters. They're sort of like mental people. Like they will outsmart you rather than like fight you. Why did we have the queen biting Jonathan? Especially when we've already seen what that does to a vampire, i.e. Simon, 2 episodes ago. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, the whole point in having different characters is to have a bunch of different scenarios that are different and interesting in the fact that they are different. Nothing's interesting when every character is the same and therefore all the conflicts are the same. A conflict with a Seelie should be different than a conflict with a vampire, but put like a side by side between this conflict with Seelies and another conflict when they were fighting vampires, and it's exactly the same. It's brute strength, which they should not be because they have different skill sets, because they are different kinds of downworlders. It makes sense for there to be some fighting on the Seelie side because they do have guards and guards are trained to fight, but that should not be like their first resort. Seelies are people who outsmart their opponents. So why are we seeing like a brute force fight? Do the showrunners think they're interesting to watch? Because you can't see anything that's happening. So what would be the point in having another fight scene when they're already so confusing and so unbearable on the mind? Like, seeing someone outsmart someone else is always more interesting. That's why people love murder mysteries. That's why there were like 6 seasons of Pretty Little Liars. People like watching people get outsmarted. People like having to piece together like a mystery and seeing ways that people were sneaky. Like, that's the whole point of the Seelies. But then they just had them do this stupid fight where nothing happens. The Seelies really haven't been written smart this whole show. Like, there's never been a moment where a Seelie's been like outsmarting someone else, which really diminishes their whole danger. Like, nothing seems scary in this world because the Shadowhunters are so overpowered. Like, there's never been a fight or anything that they can't like defeat. And I get that that's like the point of being like, these are like the good guys. There's no challenge that we can't stop together as a team. But also, their ways of going about it have been the same every time. They've never had to like change tactics or really do anything different besides being like, we're gonna go in and we're gonna fight and we're gonna kill everyone else. That's what they've done every single time. There's never been a time where they've been like, we need a different skill set, or we need to strategize, or we need to try something different in order to be like, we can develop our skills in each area instead of just, we are fighters. Because not all downworlders are fighters. That's the whole point of Seelies. I'm just really annoyed by the way that they're handling their characters. And there was no Meliorn. So really, what was the point of that whole scene? Also, what was the point of putting it in Prague? What's the significance of Prague? Is Prague a thing in like the books? I feel like that would be the only reason to put it in Prague and not just like in New York. And I know that there would be no point to this because it would completely destroy like everything that they were doing with the whole Jonathan, Clary, Jace storyline, but it would make so much more sense if Izzy went on that trip instead of Jace. Because first of all, Izzy has connections with downworlders, even though we've sort of dropped that whole thing about her character. Like, her whole thing was that she was a Shadowhunter who had ties in with downworlders. So it would make a lot of sense if she could help get them into the club. If Jonathan was like, I know where the Seelie Queen's gonna be, but there's no way we can get in without, you know, like fighting our way through it. And Izzy's like, I got this. I know everyone there because I party with downworlders. It would make a lot more sense. Because, like, I don't see the purpose in Jace being there other than, like, Jonathan, Clary, Jace drama, because all he really did was pop some molly and like notice a blue rune on someone's neck. And Izzy could have done that too, but then we wouldn't have Izzy to just, you know, make a sword. God forbid we actually introduce an Iron Sister and have the plot make sense. Just saying, Izzy would make a lot more sense of this situation. Anyways, as much as I mentally hated that episode, I emotionally loved it. Because, like, if you're just thinking with your heart, you're like, oh, everything's very dramatic, everything's very high stakes, enjoying it. But when you think about it, nothing makes sense. Literally nothing makes sense. But this is, I think, like the last proper episode before the finale, because the next 2 episodes are like the 2-part finale. Let's just hope for a good season 3 finale and hope that as many things as possible get wrapped up with a nice little bow.